Alright, welcome back to Great Ace Attorney 2. I find it really funny how this is the title screen song, right? But when you pick Great Ace Attorney 2, you get a different song. But that doesn't happen when you are on this title screen. Kind of weird, huh? So anyways, we're gonna do the trial today. Trial part 2. Which is a little confusing because it's more like it's the second trial. not trial part 2. That would make me believe that I was already doing the trial and I'm at the second part already. Alright. Great way to start off the episode. This is it then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, it's time to put an end to this now. To the miserable curse that's been plaguing Mr. Natsume. To everything. And in my own small way, I shall do everything I can to help you. I always appreciate your help, Miss Sudato. Suffering Saseki selfishly sidelined. Ah. Good morning to you too, Mr. Natsume. Good morning? Good morning, local Mr. Naruhodo Esquire? Listen to you two, chatting away happily as if the main player of today's trial isn't here. Why would you do that? Why? Oh dear, we didn't mean to cause offense, Mr. Natsume. I thought perhaps that because you had your eyes shut so tightly you were meditating, finding inner calm. It seemed wrong to disturb you. I was waiting! What's the matter, Mr. Natsume? You seem different somehow today. Why, naturally. That's because I've obtained spiritual enlightenment. The path of literature, you see, is a journey to discover one's own death. Or such like. That's the sort of morning conversation I was hoping for. That's why I had my eyes shut. I missed the signs, I'm afraid. Somehow. You'll have to forgive me. And you mustn't talk of your path leading to your death, Mr. Natsume. That was just an example. Oh yes, there it is. Inner calm. You barely came to see me at all yesterday. I was sure you'd... I was sure you'd abandon me and return to our beautiful, long-lost homeland. We've not even been in Great Britain a week yet. Yeah, well, anyway. Oh no, anyway.
Oh no! Anyway, look.
I intend to set everything in court today. I'm determined to uncover the truth. Also, I love how this game does the Capcom thing where, like, the buttons change depending on what controller you hit. It's like, I press the keyboard to do my funny sounds, and then the buttons on the bottom change magically, just like RE6. I've actually reached an important decision myself. What sort of decision? I shall fill you in after the trial. Alright. It seems Mr. Sholmes isn't coming today after all. It's a very clever message, I think. My dear fellows, you must win this battle on your own merits. It's a very clear message, I think. That he's overslept again. Got him. The great detective, my arch nemesis. Long may he stay away, if you ask me. Bailiff, and your legal representative. The trial's about to begin. Make your way to the courtroom immediately. They're not even British. Today, once again, we face the Reaper. And when the Reaper stands for the prosecution, the defendant's fate's sealed. But I don't believe in that legend any more than I believe in Saseki-san's curse. The truth is hidden here somewhere, and I won't let it escape me. I have to keep believing in my client, and keep fighting to the very end, that's all. Can't wait. This is when shit hits the fan. And it's only the second case. It's like the best second case I've ever played. And I've only played the first game's second case. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. Yes, the defense is ready.
Very good. And now I call upon the 6 ladies and the gentlemen of the jury, chosen by lot to represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to proceed? Absolutely. Justice will be done, you mark my words.
I feel obliged to say, I feel especially ruthless on days when my hat's sitting just right. Oh, well, I wonder if you could adjust my hat for me, and please, be ruthless as you like. Thieves deserve to die, if you ask me, especially gas thieves. I've no sympathy for the man at all.
Look, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again now. I don't have time for this. I've got my own problems.
Oh, may the Lord show us all the light here, and lead his flock to a righteous verdict again today.
Now, Lord Van Zieks, what can you tell us? The prosecution's report, please, for the court. In relation to the theory expounded by the defense yesterday regarding the defendant's tea.
So he does have the results. No time for tea, only wine.
Before the prosecution delivers the black news about the black tea belonging to the black god in the dock, pray allow me a moment to savor a liquid of sanguine hue. In fact, I'd defer the good detective for the report. Here's to you, Inspector. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. As indicated by the defense, we found a bar of soap just outside the victim's window in the snow. And there was indeed a frozen reddish liquid in the little depression on top of it.
Trying really hard to talk today. Yes, that's the tea. That's what Mr. Natsume brought with him that night.
Well, the brains of the yard analyzed it, and yes, you're right. It was tea. And there wasn't a trace of strychnine or any other toxic substance in it.
No poison at all?
In other words, the tea that the defendant brought with him to the victim's room is innocent. It's in the clear. Oh, what a revelation.
Well, might as well just end the case right there. But it's not that easy, obviously. We gotta figure out who actually put the man to sleep. As I suspected. This makes it quite clear. The defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsume, is blameless here.
My learned friend is jumping to conclusions again. A typical Nipponese reaction.
What?
Yes, it's true. No poison was found in the few drops of liquid recovered from the soap on the window ledge. But what logic is that? Would you take a drop from the Thames and conclude that the water in the ocean isn't salty? My word, the water in the ocean is extremely salty, Counsel. Exactly. Unfit for drinking, just as the victim's tea on the night in question, as the court has already heard. Bitter was the precise word from the lips of Mr. William Shamspeare, whom the prosecution now calls to the stand.
And he hasn't taken the cape off yet, either. Ooh. Well, that's how you know. Actually, I'd argue he means more business when he takes the cape off.
Very well. I will uphold the prosecution's request.
Mr. Shamspeare. Yes, sounds like we're going to have another confrontation with our theatrical friend.
Bailiff, show Mr. Shamspeare to the stand.
Oh boy, we get to listen to this jackass again.
Mr. William Shamspeare, the victim of this despicable crime.
Oh heaven, oh hell! Do you command me to remember? Also, I apologize, the audio on last episode was kind of, like, louder than usual. And, I think I know why. It's because I was running a, like, a, what is it called? A rerun the other night. So the audio was louder than usual, but I think it's fixed now. I usually have it at, like, -4 or 5 decibels. Not that anybody's gonna give a shit about that, but hey, I figured I'd point it out. Forsooth, 'twas I, Shamspeare, did have a belly full of foul fluid given in mine innocence.
Yes, but as was revealed in yesterday's proceedings, the witness is not as innocent as we had perhaps first been led to believe. by using bars of soap such as this. He has been stealing gas from the supply company, yes.
One may smile and be a villain. Forsooth 'twas I, Shamspeare, did have a room full of the sweet fuel given.
That's right, fellow jurors, don't forget, this man's a rotten thief. I haven't forgotten. Kept all that about the ice coins in a tiny secret, didn't ya? You should have owed up sooner.
Arrest him, I say. Arrest him at once, and let him feel the sting in my tail. Oh, indeed, but in a vile and cowardly means have I plotted to further mine own ends, I confess. Thou wouldst not pardon my sins, of that I'm sure. If you acknowledge your wrongdoing, what exactly are you doing here? Cowards die many times before their deaths. And for a coward such as I, death well be deserved. But would it that still be a greater crime passes unpunished? For lo, the hairy-faced gentleman of farther east, that Verona did contrive to poison me. Protection. No, that's bullshit. But there's no poison in the tea found in your room. The police have attested to that.
What the defense will assert, as an inconsistency will be quickly cleared upon by the witness's testimony. Is that not so, Mr. Shamspeare?
Verily, my liege, I would most gladly speak.
Very well. Let the witness testify to explain this inconsistency. Tell the court why is it that a poison apparently entered your body, though none was found in the tea.
Oh boy, what kind of frickin' nonsense is he gonna spew this time? Gonna be like, he injected me with a needle. The Japanese man did come to my chamber with tea brewed in a pot. 'Twas in my cup alone that the wicked miscreant secretly poured his wicked poison. Whilst feigning distraction in our debate, ne'er did drop of his drink pass his lips. When he departed by and by, I did use the tea that remained in his cup to make my coins of ice. It makes like a fucking harp noise. Thus, 'tis no surprise that poison be not found in the tea I did pour into the moulds of soap. What the fuck did that explain? That didn't explain jack shit, bro.
The poison was slipped into the cup after the tea had been poured. It's the normal way for poison to be administered in my experience. Quite. Otherwise it would be disastrous if the poisoner were to mix up the cups, for instance.
But no poison bottle was found at the scene.
Because, quite simply, the Nipponese took the bottle back to his own room. The absence of a vessel containing the poison only becomes problematic when considering suicide.
I knew that.
By now it should be perfectly clear. A bar of cheap soap is wholly insufficient to wash the deep stains of guilt from the accused hands.
Sirs, madams, 'tis true that I, Shamspeare, be a common thief of gas. But, listen here, ladies and gentlemen. Wherefore would I lie? Verily, I have no cause. I have naught to lose. Well, I do declare.
Thank you for your testimony, witness. Counsel, proceed with the cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. Alright, how are we gonna prove this jackass is wrong? The tea inconsistency. This is the most, like, stupidest thing we have to press on, but yeah, let's do it. Hold it! I understand that you're already acquainted with Mr. Natsume, is that correct? I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Do I know thee, or know not thee? Methinks 'tis all I can know, that thy destiny mingles with mine. You lost me at the first thee. Zounds, sir, thou must learn the English tongue afore thou turns thy hand to lawyering. I did, but I must have missed the archaic Elizabethan lecture. The nice. Verily, and in truth, 'Twas a fine flavoured brew. It's just reminding me of the fucking Canadians from Super Paper Mario all over again. Though a drop of poison did barb its sweetness, as thorn doth barb the sweet rose. That, dear friends, be the simple truth. Listen to Mr. Shamspeare. He seems in even better form than he was yesterday. Either that, or I'm in worse form. That fated evening, after I did dine, at Grub's Grubbery, at Grubhub, a local alley house, a good report. Naught did pass my lips, but the tainted black tea. But behold, the poison was not in the tea at first. So basically he's saying the tea didn't have poison at first, but it did after.
Hold it!
Are you saying that you saw the moment when the poison was added to your tea? To have witnessed the act and then drank the tea? Thou dost describe the actions of a fool. Yeah, are you the fool, Arcana?
Quite so, quite so.
But no one likes going thirsty, do they? Sooner would I die quenched than parched. Would I have the choice? Actually, on the night in question, the water main was frozen, I believe, wasn't it? Were it not for the tea, in sooth, I would have sooner died frozen than quenched or parched. Right. No ice coins means no heating.
The witness had more than one brush with death on the night in question, it would seem. Remind the court, Sir Shamspeare, as to whether the goose drank any of the tea which we brought to him.
With the greatest of pleasure, my liege. These are great times to have a sip of my own tea. But the teacup Mr. Natsume drank from was found completely empty at the scene. And let's not forget the defendant's maxim, drink tea while it's hot. I did gulp from the poisoned cup that night, and in mine agony did I writhe uncontrolled. In fits of pain I did knock the fellow's cup, and its contents spilt his blood from gaping wound, methinks. Though certainly, 'twas after I made the coins of ice from his tea.
An upset cup was found on the table that the victim was slumped over. There is no contradiction here.
It's true, there's no tea left in the cup that we found at the scene, or either cup. But still, something about this statement is troubling me. Yes, of course, I know what it is. It's Mr. Natsume's wise drink tea while it's hot maxim, isn't it? That's in it, I should have said in it. No, I'm not sure that's it.
Thank you, witness. Now, reiterate for the court what it is that occupied you after your guest left, and before you drank your tea.
Hold it!
Yes, so that you could cheat the gas company, in fact. Isn't that right? To cheat! Or to die! 'Tis life's only choice. Yes. Faith, to cheat to be the wise choice, and mine occupation be not an ugly one. Prithee, dost thou not see beauty in the simplicity of the ruse? No, I don't, and be very sure, sir. Once this trial's over, Ultima Gas will take you to task over this leal task. I shall not run, I shall not hide. Sooth to say, I have nowhere to run nor to hide. But my lady, what wast thou with this pitiful prayer? Oh, I'll tell you what I like to do with you, starting with the shoddy shirt on your back. Damn. 'Tis time for a Shamspeare dance. What a harsh world we live in.
The thieving of the gas was just yesterday's proceedings. The prosecution calls on the defense not to muddy the waters with irrelevancy. Consider that a warning, counsel.
Yes, my lord. Why am I in the one trouble here?
Mr. Shamspeare, after the accused returned to his own lodgings, you used his tea to make your coins. Is that correct?
To cheat or to die? I did make my choice many moons ago.
Hold it!
If, having first made your special coins, it was after 2 in the morning when you collapsed, that would mean you can't have drunk any tea yourself until around that time. Once ensnared by literary debate, naught else be found in the furrows of the mind. The debate about Romeo and Juliet, you mean? And who was the stronger of the two? Rightly did I pay no heed to the tea as I wrestled with the abominable fellow. I don't remember debates like that when I was younger, or studying. I thought you were going to say when I was younger.
Are you suggesting that neither of you actually drank the tea whilst it was hot that evening?
My lord, wouldst thou be privy to some Shamspearean wisdom? Husband, wife, and tea, ought I to bid be? Oh yes, so very true. Everyone has different preferences when it comes to tea. I think you might have interpreted that wrongly. Man, I like my tea warm, bro. So it's been proven that there was no poison in Sasaki-san's tea. That should be hugely in our favor. But the atmosphere in this courtroom today... It feels as though everyone is against us, Mr. Naruhodo. Must be the Reaper's poison. I'm afraid that if we don't find a significant flaw in his testimony somewhere, the jury will pounce and find Mr. Natsume guilty. It really feels like we've jumped to the fire here. So I have to present something. It's not one of those, like, press until the frickin' testimony ends. This is probably not going to come up for a while. There's handprints on the wall. I don't know when that's going to come into play. There is no tea ring on the inside of Mr. Natsume's cup. I feel like that seems pretty important. Can we examine this again? The soap's looking at me with one hollow 2-centimeter wide eye. How poetic, Mr. Naruhodo. All the literary references we've been hearing are starting to rub off, I think. Really, whoever would have thought of using this as the pressure to make coins of ice? It was clearly one of those ice coins that was in the soap when we first found it, wasn't it? Although, it was a sort of reddish color. I seem to remember. Alright, well, it's just it's the same thing, but it's just slightly different dialogue. It's probably either the teacup. It could be the crime scene photograph, honestly. Well, let's see. I feel like the teacup is gonna come into play somehow. But I don't know how yet. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Okay, so which one... Do we know which one's Mr. Natsume? Which one's his cup? Oh, wait. Okay, so Mr. Natsume's cup is the green one, right? And Mr. Shamspeare's is the purple one. But we can't tell which one's knocked over in this image, can we? Dang it. I don't know, I feel like it has something to do with the teacups. But which one? There's no tea ring in his cup. Well, when in doubt, save scum. Do I have to prove that he did drink the tea? Is that what I'm doing here? I'm gonna fucking try something here.
Objection!
Okay, no, that's not it. My lord, there are clearly grounds for being suspicious of that last statement.
I'm sorry, counsel, but I fail to see why.
Well, you know, I was just playing devil's advocate.
Yes, you do appear to have something of the devil in you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Says the man merely dishing up penalties. Okay, so that's not it. I might have the right idea. I just might be doing it on the wrong statement. Let's see. Is there anything new I can look at with this? I don't think so. Well, I mean, I feel like we'd have to present one of the new things, right? But what does the handprints on the wall have to do with the frickin', That doesn't have anything to do with the frickin' T, though, does it? There's no T ring. Aren't T rings usually left by, like... that's what I'm wondering, is how did the T ring get there?
Objection!
Oh, okay, I was right. I just did on the wrong statement. I'm wondering what they have to say exactly, because I might have the wrong logic. I'm just thinking, like, it's kind of sus that he doesn't have a T ring, but he does, you know? Mr. Natsume doesn't have one, but William Shamspeare does. That's what I'm saying, basically. You claim that Mr. Natsume didn't drink a drop of tea on the night in question. But that's impossible. How? Chop logic? What is this, ye dark-y clad fiend? The two teacups from the scene, one used by the victim and the other by the defendant, have a clear difference between them. One that represents incontrovertible proof. Incontrovertible? I can't even talk. Oh my god. What difference? Look at the inside of the cups. Just here, there's a clearly visible ring. Oh wow, okay, the ring did come into play. Yes, a tea ring. Commonplace enough. Indeed, such stains occur all too readily when one leaves tea in the cup for a while. Oh, that explains it right there. Yeah, the tea. I was about to say, like, earlier, like, yeah, don't tea stains usually happen when, like, the tea is left there for a while? And yet, Mr. Natsume's cup has no such ring.
Oh, good lord, you're right. It's completely clean.
And prithee, sir, what makest thou of it? Exactly what Mr. Natsume told the court yesterday. The Japanese saying he quoted. Drink.
Tea? Well, it's hot.
That's right. Yes. The jittery Mr. Natsume was true to his usual self that night and drank his tea in no time. What? His fucking face. If, as you claim in your oh wait, wrong. Oh, I guess I'm doing your voice now. Haha. If, as you claim in your testimony, he didn't touch a drop of his tea, a ring would have developed on the inside of his cup as well after the several hours the tea was left standing. In short, Mr. Shamspeare, you clearly lied to the court. Get the
Objection!
As a rule, I fill my hollow chalice up to 7 times during any one trial.
You might want to keep that information to yourself. Now, there's very vital information in the case, dude.
Yet, on occasion, tedium distracts me, and I pour more times than I intended until the bottle's dry.
Your drinking habits are fascinating, but irrelevant.
On the contrary, they illustrate the fickleness of human memory. To William Shamspeare.
Yes, my liege.
Though you previously stated that you made coins of ice from the leftover tea in the accused cup, could it be that you're perhaps mistaken? Could it be that, yes, perhaps there was some tea remaining in the small teapot left at the scene?
Was there even a teapot?
A fact that had vanished from your memory until now.
Faith, my liege, thou art a magician. For verily, 'tis as though thou hast seen with thine eyes that night. What? Forsooth, I was mistook. I did plan to use tea from the Japanese fellow's cup, but lo, when I looked, 'twas empty. I read that as but lol. But lol. I'm so funny, and thus did I use the dregs that festered in the teapot, as my liege did suggest.
Objection!
And you've just suddenly remembered now that you made a mistake before. Are we supposed to believe that?
Objection!
People's memories are imperfect, my learned friend, which is why we rely on evidence instead. But in any case, it makes no difference. The victim's most recent testimony tells us two things of note. Firstly, that the poison was put into the victim's teacup only. And secondly, that this spoilt cup was not the source of insipid ice coins that bewitched this court. The prosecution makes a fine summary of the facts. Furthermore, the testimony that remains valid and in full support of the established facts. In other words...
The cape's off! Yeah!
The inconsistency claimed by the defense simply does not exist.
Oh, no!
What does this mean, then?
I do declare, it means there's no issue with the gas thief's testimony.
Apart from the bit about the thieving gas, obviously.
My lords, ladies, and gentlemen of the jury, I do solemnly swear, after I did dine at Grubhub's Grubbery alehouse that night, not did pass my lips what the black tea given me by the Japanese, whose back be stoop as low as death.
And on what did you dine, sir?
A bar of soap. Just kidding. Why, I did partake of my favorites. A broth as wouldst be called soup, and a leaf as wouldst thou be called salad.
As salubrious as a menu as the establishment where it was served.
But you gods will give us some faults to make us men. Willingly would I suffer what punishment 'tis seen fit to serve a wicked thief of gas. But I pray ye, wise and noble fellows, ne'er forget the simple truth. That be one thing, and this be another. Jurors all, your humble servant Shamspeare doth entreat you punish the Japanese fellow for his sins. My lord?
If I may speak, my lord. Yes, Mr. Foreman. I believe we may have been duped by that rotten defense lawyer.
By me? I do declare, you may be right. We all know the wife there was making coins of ice to keep himself warm.
But this lawyer lad says if he's stealing gas, he deserves a dose of poison, eh? He's been leading us up to the garden path, but that's what he's been doing.
I really never said anything like that.
But what we just heard from the victim there has opened our eyes again. We've reached a decision this time, and we won't be swayed from it.
Oh, bugger.
The court acknowledges the position of the jury foreman, and will duly hear the jury's findings.
What? No. You can't just yet.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you'll state your decisions now.
Guilty!
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Well, damn, that's not fucking good.
I hereby declare the jury to be once in one accord.
Oh, happy day! How is this happening? My lord, the defense asserts its right to carry out a summation examination.
Very well. The court upholds the defense's right.
Typical.
My learned friend is unable to accept the obvious truth. This trial will therefore enter its second summation examination immediately. Jurors, the court calls upon each of you to state the grounds upon which you find the defendant guilty of the crime in which he's charged.
I mean, at least that one guy isn't bitching about having to go home. He's just kind of here.
I'm a man of logic, me, and having considered all the evidence, the defendant must be logically guilty.
I do agree that gas is far too expensive. I can quite understand why the man would want to avoid paying. The stuff explodes and it can poison you. It's absolutely lethal gas is. Gas doesn't come for free. It costs a fortune to deliver it around the city and maintain the pipes.
Truth be told, the tea my wife serves up for me is a little sketchy at times.
If nothing else passed the victim's lips that night, there's no other explanation, is there? Oh, can't wait to put these assholes against each other.
I do feel that perhaps personal opinion about gas and its supplies influence decisions somewhat. But never mind.
No, you really should mind. The truth is, our counter-argument wasn't as unassailable as we'd hoped. And Mr. Shamspeare was poisoned. There can be no other doubt of that. Then how are we supposed to turn this around? I think we need to establish the method by which Mr. Shamspeare is actually poisoned. Well, it can't be an injection, can it? We already did that in the last case. 2 cases in a row that deal with poison. What are the odds of that, huh? Our only hope is to demonstrate that to the court incontrovertibly. But that's almost surely impossible at this stage. If we don't manage it, though, Mr. Natsume will be found guilty.
No delays, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination.
He's just standing there fucking smiling in the background. Look at his cheeky ass. Alright, let's see. Having considered all the evidence, the defendant must logically be guilty. Are we gonna put the foreman against someone again? Wait, hang on. Let me read these again. I do agree that gas is far too expensive. Understand why the man would avoid paying. Sorry, I keep mashing the D-pad too quickly. It can poison you. It's absolutely lethal gas, is. It costs a fortune. The tea my wife serves is sketchy. I almost feel like that doesn't come into play, does it? There is an explanation, maybe. I don't know. Oh, this is hopeless. There's no way for me to appeal to these people. I do think that the only way we shall overcome this difficult situation is by exposing the way Mr. Shamspeare was really poisoned. That's what I was thinking. You have to prove that it happened some other way, and not via Mr. Natsume's tea. Oh, we gotta prove that he was fucking... He gotta prove he was fucking poisoned by the gas. Yes, I know. The trouble is, I have absolutely no idea how it did happen. Oh, I gotta put number 3 and number 6 against each other. Mr. Naruhodo, I wonder perhaps there's something you might have forgotten. Oh, like what? It's important to watch everyone involved and pursue people if they react to something someone else says. If you'd like me to remind you exactly what I mean, I'd more than be happy to, of course. Once again, Sasaki-san's fate's entirely in my hands here. I probably owe it to my client to hear any advice my sister may be able to offer. So perhaps I ought to let Suzuto-san remind me. Then again, I'm good. I don't need the refresher. Actually, I don't think there's any need. It's vital that we start trying to change these jurors' minds as soon as possible. Of course, I'm sure you're right. But if you do decide you'd like your memory refreshed, you need only ask Mr. Naruhodo. I mean, I usually like asking just for the fluff dialogue, but I already kind of know what to do here. Alright. Oh, I didn't mean to press, but you know what, sure. Can we please talk about the poison rather than the gas, do you think, sir? Well, if you like. I mean, to be honest, I'd take poison over gas every time. Wait, pursue? Can I press A here? Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going with this. You take poison. What I mean is, poison can only poison you. It doesn't explode, does it? Goodness me! What are you talking about? Set him straight, please, lawyer man. So you can pursue any time you want on any statement. That's crazy. Well, it's certainly true that poison isn't prone to exploding. But I think you'll find poison also can't light or heat up a room. Ah, you're right. I hadn't considered that at all. Young lawyer man, Yes. You have a good head on your shoulders. We could use someone like you in our company's legal representative. Well, I was expecting to pick up more business in the middle of a trial, that's for sure. Anyway, the point is, I haven't had the best experience with gas companies in the past. I didn't even realize I could press these. Like, damn. Oh, wait. I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. Not what I meant to do. Fuck. I kind of just want to see if... I want to see if this goes anywhere. Like, maybe I need to have a look at what they're saying. Oh, well, because there's two of these related with poison. So I want to see what the old man has to say.
Hold it!
Does that mean that if the victim could be shown to have ingested something else, you change your leaning?
Sorry, what's that now?
I was just saying, if the victim did actually eat or drink something else on that night.
What's the matter with you?
Sorry?
I said, if nothing else passed through the victim's lips that night, there's no other explanation, is there? Haven't you been listening at all?
I feel there's an English expression about a pot and a kettle that's appropriate here. Compared to the other jurors who don't even appear to have anything to say about the case at all, it would seem that this elderly gentleman has been listening to the proceedings far more intently. I suppose. The trouble is... he has selective hearing. Exactly, but still. This juror may well be the key to the breakthrough that was just so desperately needed. Oh, and we're back here again. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put, I don't know if the order matters, but I'm going to, I'm gonna try putting number 3 and number 6 against each other. I mean, I guess, you know, worst case scenario, I can always save. Yeah, let's just do that. Alright, so... I don't know if it really matters, but let me see. So if we compare these... yeah, this is an explanation right here.
Objection!
Oh, did I do it? Did I fuck it up? Huh. Unless I'm supposed to do it in the other order. I don't know if the order actually matters. But it's worth a try. Let's try this.
Objection!
Okay, so it's not this. It's not this then. Okay, interesting. I really thought that was it. Well, let's see what else we have to say. Well, I don't know. I kind of want to just press this, because what the fuck is this all about?
Hold it!
You mean it's poisoned?
That's right. It's happened a tidy few times now. This is most troubling indeed. It's always days like this one when I don't get any wages. I get it in the tea time, see? And I see her doing it, my wife. She gets that devilish look on her face, and she slips some white powder into my cup.
And you drink it anyway?
It was a proper, it was. If someone gives you a cuppa, you drink it.
And what happened to you? What'd it taste like?
It was god awful, believe you me. Salty as hell.
Salty tea? That sounds disgusting. Then I think perhaps what your wife put in your tea was salt.
Oh no! So, she doesn't even care enough to poison me properly, eh? Unbelievable. Let's move on, please.
Yeah, that had fucking jack shit to do with the case. Okay, well, let's just press all of them, why not?
Hold it!
All the evidence, you say?
That's right, and there's no room for doubt. It's all pointing in the Japanese man with the big mustache.
Says the Englishman with the bigger mustache. Which means we need to show the man some new evidence to make him change his mind. Okay, are we putting the first guy against the other guys again? If only we had that kind of evidence. Don't worry, this summation examination has barely started, really. Perhaps there'll be a shift in the situation that shows an existing piece of evidence in a new light. Let's hope so. To start with, though, I need to find some way out of this deadlock. So, put number 1 against number 3, then, is what you're telling me. So... Gas.
Objection!
Fuck, it's not the gas, damn it. Fuck. Well, that's not good. Okay, it's not that. Well, let's just press everything then, why not?
Hold it!
We probably need to press everything. We might, because I don't know if this was here for the first summation examination, but we have that, like, pursue thing. And that doesn't usually show up until, like, you know, the game says, like, oh, somebody's going to, like, object to what someone else is saying, you know? That's a pretty, unusual thing. This isn't the time or the place discussing the price of gas, madam. But really, think of the injustice. Air is a gas, and air is free. Why should ultimate gas cost money? It is. It makes my blood boil. I can feel myself becoming more ruthless than ever. This isn't the time or the place to be ruthless either. If I might interject here? Ah, yes, madam. It seems my fellow juror takes issue with the price our company charges for gas. But it's precisely because of thieves like this man that the cost goes up. Oh, what a beastly man. That unkempt mustache, those hunched soldiers, poisoning tea and stealing gas, utterly unforgivable. No, Mr. Natsume isn't the one who's been stealing gas. I'll thank you not to go adding on more crimes. Mr. Natsume hasn't been poisoning tea either. Well, anyway, I've quite made up my mind. It's as made up as the gas prices. Alright, well I pressed you already. The only one I haven't pressed is the lady.
Hold it!
Can we please refrain from all this talk of gas? There's an all-out attack on their way here in case you hadn't noticed. Oh shit, Persona reference? Against my company's gas. And I'm supposed to sit here and take it, am I? I don't think so. She's really buzzing now. All I've heard about our wonderful fuel is explosions and poisonings. Explosions? What about electricity, What about getting electrocuted? What about that? A little explosion here and there is nothing in comparison. I don't think you're supposed to pursue unless, like, someone actually says something. Like, unless they have, like, a thought bubble over their head.
An explosion could hardly be described as nothing, madam. Nevertheless, the theft of your gas is deplorable.
My point exactly, but the gas thieves aren't even the worst of our enemies. We have far more devious reprobates to contend with on a daily basis, you know. More devious? Who, madam? Other gas companies, of course. Other gas companies? Not quite what I was expecting. We generate gas and we deliver it to our customers fair and square.
Indeed, nobody is questioning that, madam. Altamont's an exemplary gas company.
But there are other unscrupulous gas companies here in London that don't even have gas at all. What? But if they don't have any gas, how do they go about selling it to people? You wouldn't think it possible, would you? But they steal our gas, you see, and sell that.
They steal your gas? How is such a thing possible?
Gas companies like ours deliver gas to people's homes via a network of pipes. But these devious reprobates secretly disconnect our pipes and divert our gas into their own rotten pipes. Then they make a contract with the households supplied by those pipes, and take money for the precious gas that's rightfully ours, without us even knowing. They're diverting gas into their own pipes illegally? What a brazen form of theft. When we visit customers' houses to collect the money from the meters, we always have to check whether or not one of those devious companies have been up to its trick. Oh, here we go. He's thinking something.
Excuse me.
Do you have something to say about that, juror number 3?
Oh, golly, you mean me? I'm terribly sorry, I was just thinking to myself.
Okay, so that did come into play, finally. I really did catch him off guard there. Thinking about what the lady next to you is saying, correct? Yeah, because he was talking about how, like, the fucking gas explodes or whatever the hell, right?
Well, yes. I just got a little riled out about it recently, you see.
Go on.
An Altamont gas worker visited my house the other day to investigate the pipe work. We need to ask for your cooperation while we carry out a secret check of your property, sir, the fellow said. So I let him in, and you know what he did?
I'm afraid I have no idea. Please tell us.
He proceeded to take one of my lights off the wall. Then he grabbed the exposed mouth of the pipe and started blowing into it.
What do you think you're doing, young man? You're giving away our company's secrets here.
Oh, please. Everybody knows. But it was very near the death of me, I can tell you.
What do you mean? I'll explain if you don't mind. As I said before, these unscrupulous other gas companies connect their customers to our pipe network. Yes, but how's blowing into the pipes coming to it? Obviously, there's gas in the pipes, and it's at a fairly low pressure. By blowing air through the pipe, you can make the pressure drop temporarily. And if you do that, any lights connected to the same pipe will flicker for a moment.
Oh, I see. In other words, if upon blowing into the pipe the lights of an adjacent property has no contract with your company flicker, you can know that those devious scoundrels have been meddling with the pipes.
Exactly, my lord. That's it in a nutshell. It's the reason why we have teams of workers going around neighborhoods to investigate which lights flicker.
The trouble is, the particular worker who came to my house didn't know the strength of his own breath. He blew down the pipe with all his might, and you can guess what happened, can't you?
Well, if he blew hard, then... Wait, you mean he blew hard?
That's right. The lights didn't just flicker, they went out, along with the stove. Gas started pouring into the house.
What a disaster. The gas supply must have been interrupted briefly because the man blew too hard, so the flames went... They blew too hard. I'm sorry.
I'm afraid I yelled at the fellow. Are you trying to kill us all? I said.
So by disconnecting a lamp and blowing into the exposed gas pipe, it's possible to extinguish lamps and stoves connected to the same network of pipes. Seems like a massive oversight, doesn't it? And then when the gas starts flowing again, it just silently steeps into the room. Mr. Naruhodo, I think perhaps... Yes, this is almost certainly the clue they've been looking for. Juror number 3, the defense requests that you amend your statement to include that information.
Oh well, if you like. I don't mind.
Well, I do! That's our company's secret method of identifying the rogues that try to diddle us.
Like I said, madam, it's widely known already. Very well. Juror number 3, you will amend your statement accordingly. Yes, my lord. Although I'm not really sure what the point of all this is.
So what is he saying now?
Blow too hard on a gas pipe, you extinguish everything in the house, and then you're in real trouble.
Alright.
Hold it!
Let's press that. When you say extinguish everything in the house, do you mean even on different floors?
Oh yes, all floors are connected to the same pipe after all.
That's true of every building. Because gas supply contracts are issued for the whole properties. Well, I had no idea it was possible to extinguish gas appliances simply by blowing down the pipe. It's not something we like to publicize, to be honest. But we have to carry out these investigations, as I'm sure you can appreciate.
Indeed, it's been mentioned on more than one occasion in the papers, even.
Is that so? It's been mentioned to me, too, very recently. An incident involving the gas stove going out inexplicably, almost leading to someone's death. Mr. Naruhodo, I think perhaps... Yes, it's finally starting to fall into place. The secret link that joins all of the strange occurrences. So you're the same. So, guy number 3 we gotta put against someone, but I'm not sure who yet. Let's find out. It's not lady number 4, right? I'm gonna try the old man again.
Objection!
Yeah, that was it. These two statements clearly contradict each other.
Good gracious. To whose statements do you refer, counsel?
Juror number 6, did you hear what juror number 3 just said?
What? Yes, of course. I heard a mumbling about something or other.
Epically walks across the courtroom. There is another explanation here, I believe. Something besides Mr. Natsume's tea did, in a manner of speaking, pass the victim's lips on the night in question.
What? What explanation?
I wonder, did the police check the mouth of the gas pipe feeding the wall light at the scene? To see if there are any traces of poison there?
I was curious to see what your floundering would result in this time, but the mouth of a gas pipe? Scotland Yard had enough to do without exploring such irrelevance.
What a piece of work is a man? What are you trying to say, Mr. Shamspeare? What speakest thou? Prithee, is it not strange and strange? That is what I say to thee, sir. I thought I'd been quite clear, but let me put it another way. The strychnine could have been on the mouth of the gas pipe that feeds the wall lamp in your room. And that is how the poison came to enter your body.
Good lord.
So the poison came through the gas and infected the room? That's one way, yeah.
Are they tasty then, gas pipes? Is that what he's saying?
Or is the gentleman suggesting that the poor man was so desperately hungry he tried to fill his belly with gas? Perhaps no actress will perform a kiss scene with him, For shame, madam, speaking thy fancy. I assure you, I am not such a buffoon that I have to kiss pipes.
Objection!
This is no summation examination. This is a farce. The prosecution will not stand for any more of my learned Nipponese friend's conjecture.
Oh, here's another wine glass.
To begin with, the lamp in the victim's room is high on the wall. In order to have placed his lips to the pipe that feeds it, he would have to be a contortionist. These are empty assertions. There is no possible proof that the man did as you say.
Objection!
It's true, I have no more proof that Mr. Shamspeare put his lips to the pipe. However, I can say with some certainty that on multiple occasions, Mr. Shamspeare had been doing something in front of the lamp on his wall. Well, where was that photograph? It's near the lamp. Oh my god. It's right fucking there. And I have evidence to prove it.
Alright, you've got our attention, lad. I'd like to see you be so sure of yourself.
So would I. Let's see this evidence then. Now that I've got the jury's ear, I need to make this opportunity count. This is the proof that time and time again, Mr. Shamspeare stood in front of his gas lamp. Yeah, it's the fucking handprints.
Take that!
What the? These are, wait, what are they called? Yes, skin prints that were found at the scene.
Skin prints, counsel? I've never heard of such a thing. The Justice Ministry is currently assessing whether or not to permit fingerprints as evidence in court, however.
My lord, this is an exciting new forensic technique developed by the great detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. It reveals all the places that Mr. Shamspeare touched in his room.
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, that's black magic, isn't it?
Well, if anyone could invent something like this, it's that great Sholmes fellow, that's for sure. I agree. This month's edition of Engineering Thumbs was quite fascinating. Well, I mean, they're on board with Mr. Sholmes' discovery, so that's good. We found skin prints in many places that you would expect. On the table, on the costumes. However, Mr. Shamspeare also appears to have been touching some very unexpected places in his room. Yeah, he was also touching some very unexpected places elsewhere, if you get what I mean. For example, here.
Around the hanging picture there? Indeed, multiple handprints appear to be visible.
Well, I wonder, could he have been appreciating the artwork, perhaps? At first, my colleagues and I thought the same. However, imagine standing with your hands where these prints are, and you would find yourself directly in front of...
In front of... Ah!
I don't believe it! The gas lamp. Though the reason why isn't immediately obvious, it's clear that Mr. Shamspeare has regularly been standing with his hands to the wall in front of that lamp.
Right, what have you been up to, you nut?
Yeah, why were you standing near the lamp? I'd ask the court to recall juror number 4's earlier statement. Me? What did I say? You said that blowing into a gas pipe would make the lights in the entire building flicker. And now, if you'll recall juror number 3's statement...
What? Me now?
When the gas worker who visited his home blew with too much force into the pipe, it caused all the lights in the gas stove to go out, and gas to start leaking into the rooms. Obviously, that incident was an accident. However, this simple fact is... if Mr. Shamspeare were to have blown hard into the gas pipe here in his room, he could have extinguished every other light in the gas stove in the building at will.
Crikey!
Are you suggesting that the man purposely caused the gas to...
Objection!
Hold on, I have to drink another glass of wine. Whilst I acknowledge the prosecution is required to remain silent during a summation examination. I must toast to my learned friend's utter disregard for the letter of the law.
What is the meaning of this, Lord Van Zeeks?
This curious photograph, or whatever it is, presented by the defense. The so-called skin prints? Clearly, that cannot be accepted as any form of usable evidence in this case.
But it's an exciting new forensic technique developed by a great detective.
It's nothing. A mere toy developed by an amateur sleuth with too much time on his hands.
Certainly even research of this nature by the esteemed Mr. Sholmes cannot be recognized by the court as formal evidence.
But... oh shit, that was Suzuto's hold it.
Please, my lord, if I may.
Miss Suzuto.
It is not the defense's intention to submit the skin prints as formal evidence. We merely wish to present the results of the great detective's investigation of the scene, as a tool by which to explain a possibility to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. And if the trial were to come to an end now, we should never learn the truth behind these mysterious handprints that everyone has now seen. I don't believe we can allow it to happen, and I'm sure the jurors would agree.
Yep. Oh, who's holding it now? You're right. Whether those strange handprints are a significant clue or not, it's down to us to decide. Juror number 3.
Oh yes, I do declare the great detective's investigation results sound absolutely fascinating. And I want to hear what the shady actor fellow has to say about these shiny handprints.
Well, that's 2 white people. Poor choice of words.
What's the matter with you two? That was foolhardy.
Well, I did say it, didn't I? And I don't like to break a promise.
No, wait! You've heard of his lordship. It's not a fair dink of evidence.
Nope, too late. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. Why are the violins still playing? I did good.
If just one more juror changes his or her mind, Mr. Natsume's trial will have to continue.
Thank you, Miss Suzuto, but I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh no, it was you who identified the clue after all. This is very much your success.
Oh, he's sweating over there. Why, Mr. Shamspeare, you seem to be losing your composure.
Just one more juror, Mr. Naruhodo. You can do it.
Very well. Continue, counsel.
Oh shit, we're still going with the summation examination. Okay, so these are... okay, so now it's just... there's just 3 people left. Do we need to press them again or something?
Hold it!
That's a good question. I'm gonna press these again anyways, just in case. I wonder if something else is gonna come up now if I press these again. I'm just gonna mash through these and see if anything pops up. Oh, wait, it's not letting me skip. It's not letting me skip this now. I had no idea. It's almost unbelievable. It might seem unbelievable to you, but it's happening all the time, right here in the capital. It's very difficult selling something you can't see, you know. Very difficult indeed.
Thank you, that'll do. Clearly, this is a very involved subject, but I feel we have discussed rather too much already. I concur. Though if my learned friend wishes to become an expert in gas, I believe this subject will suit him well. To your new career in nothingness.
Oh, I guess you'd do well in Seinfeld, then. Thank you so much.
You'll turn your attention to the next juror's assertion, please, counsel.
Okay, so if it's not her, then it's probably this guy.
Hold it!
Let's just see if anything pops up. I'm just gonna hold B until it stops fast-forwarding. Okay, that's nothing. So, what now? I'm gonna keep going. I feel like maybe I need to press the foreman again or something. I mean, might as well, right? No, wrong button.
Hold it!
Let's just see if anything new pops up. All the evidence, you say?
That's right. Oh, and there's no room for doubt. It's all pointing all to that Japanese man with a big mustache.
Yeah, okay, so this is the same. Well, the events just demonstrate another possible explanation for the events on the night in question. What do you make of that?
What, your so-called skin prints?
It's an exciting new forensic investigation technique, developed by the great detective himself. The numerous handprints on the wall are clearly out of the ordinary. And Mr. Shamspeare had indeed put his mouth through the gas pipe on the night in question. It can't be denied that there's a possibility that's where the poison was.
Well, yes, I won't deny that's playing on my mind. But as the prosecution rightly says, we should pay no heed to the unacceptable forms of evidence. And besides...
Yes?
Even if the fellow had been up to some mischief with the gas pipes a dozen times before, it doesn't mean he's got up the same shenanigans on the night in question, does it?
Oh.
If you can't make your case better than that, I'm afraid I can't change my stance.
You do make a very valid point, sir. What? That's true. Perhaps I was a little hasty. No, wait.
Look, you've got your chance here, haven't you? So it's time to prove your theory. If you and your Japanese cohorts can, that is.
Just leave our nationality out of this, please. Mr. Naruhodo, if we can't substantiate our position, I'm afraid the jurors that changed their minds before may very well change them back. What can I do? Is there any more proof I can give here? Can I show that Mr. Shamspeare really did blow down the gas pipe on the night in question? I have supporting testimony. I don't know, I'm just rolling with it. Now, in truth, I don't have any evidence to support my theory. However, there is witness testimony that substantiates it.
What's that? Testimony?
This is incredible. Whose testimony? Yes, it's all connected. Everything's linked. A person whose testimony revealed details of the gas in the Garda resident that night, namely... shit. It's gotta be either Meterman or Garrett himself. I think it's Garrett, because he said, like, he noticed things flickering, right? Yeah, because he was let's try Mr. Garrett, but I'm gonna make a save first. I'm not confident enough. Alright, let's try Garrett.
Take that!
Fuck. Nope. Alright, well that was wrong. Okay. Well, it's either Garrett or Mr. Meterman.
Take that!
No, it's not. Or it's Mr. Natsume. Ooh. Unless this doesn't go anywhere, I don't fucking know. It was Iris. Iris did it.
Take that!
Yeah, it's Mr. Natsume, because his fucking gas was like leaking, right? Obviously, I'm talking about the defendant, Mr. Saseki Natsume himself.
The defendant?
At the very beginning of the proceedings here in court today, Mr. Natsume said the following. My lodgings! There's been a whole series of strange happenings at my lodgings! Yeah. Even on that fateful night, it happened when I returned from Mr. Shamspeare's room. I lit my gas stove and climbed to bed, but before long, the stove went out, and somebody tried to kill me! On the night in question, the gas in the defense room went out. So I asked the court, what was that? Was that a mere coincidence, or not?
Good golly.
So that Shamspeare fellow blew air into the gas pipe to make the man's stove go out on purpose?
Now hold the horses there. Why would he do that for?
Mr. Foreman,
What is it, man?
we cannot allow judgment to be passed whilst this doubt still remains. It's true that I don't have conclusive evidence yet. However, you must surely agree there's more to this case than meets the eye.
Huh. Fair enough. Like I said at the outset, I'm a man of logic, first and foremost.
Yeah, let's go. It's always 4-2. As for jurors leaning towards not guilty, my lord, we've overturned the decision. Therefore, the defense calls for the trial to continue. Let him stand there with a sword. As the defense has rightfully indicated... Oh, wait, wrong voice.
As the defense has rightfully indicated, the summation examination has concluded with a majority of jurors altering their decisions. 2 jury members now called guilty, 4 now called not guilty. Therefore, the jury's opinions conflicted, and in accordance with the law of this land, I hereby order the continuation of this trial.
Let's fucking go.
Mr. William Shamspeare.
My lord, how can thy humble Shamspeare serve thee?
What say you in response to the various revelations made during the summation examination?
So God mend me, I do solemnly swear. I recall aught of either the lamp or the pipe.
But your handprints have made a tiny mess all over the wall there. How do you explain that, eh?
I am done with this. The dignity of this great courtroom had been sullied enough already. Juror number 5.
Who, me?
As I went to some pains to point out already, a print from a self-professed detective toy has no place in a bridge court of law.
Oh,
As such, whether or not this man did indeed stand before the gas lamp with his hands against the wall remains at this time unestablished conjecture. You would do all well to remember that.
Objection!
But the prosecution must concede that it would be extremely simple to verify. Just order the mouth of the gas pipe feeding the lamp in Mr. Shamspeare's room be examined. If there are traces of poison there...
Objection!
what appears to be extremely simple is my Nipponese friend's mind. You will recall in order to check the presence of the poison in the tea, some remnants of teeth are required.
Yes?
Therefore, it shouldn't be beyond your wit to imagine that the vein of poison would spread on the pipe. It would have completely evaporated by now, making any analysis impossible.
Ah, I didn't think of that.
In any case, counsel, I failed to see what could possibly have motivated the man to do as you describe. Why on earth would this fellow have wanted to blow air into the gas pipe where he lived?
There's only one possibility I can think of, and that is... to use the leaking gas to commit murder. That's what I'm thinking.
Order, order, council. Precisely whose life do you propose this man was plotting to end?
The answer couldn't be more simple. Now we've unraveled this mystery thus far. Mr. Shamspeare wanted to end the life of Mr. Natsume, yeah, obviously.
Take that!
If a gas lamp were to go out, it would be noticed immediately, of course. But a gas stove, on the other hand, could be silently extinguished by the killer without anyone noticing. Oh, hell, here we go.
I live around these parts myself, so I know what it's like. I can tell you, trying to sleep without gas stove lit is pretty much suicide. You freeze to death in no time.
Mr. Garrett, the landlord, has a large fireplace in his part of the residence on the top floor. In other words, it wasn't the landlord, but a fellow lodger whose life Mr. Shamspeare was trying to end.
Outrageous.
I'm talking, of course, about the defendant. Mr. Natsume isn't the villain in this case. He's the victim the man was trying to murder.
Good gracious.
Objection!
Oh man, why'd you stop my good music, dude?
The accused is actually the aggrieved? Interesting. However, the fundamental facts of the case remain unchanged. Namely, that the accused is the aggressor here.
What? How can you still claim that?
Let us indulge your fancies for a moment and assume that there was indeed poison on the mouth of the gas pipe. The question then arises, is who put that there?
Who did put it there?
The only logical conclusion is that the person responsible was aware of this man's trickery with the gas supply and his intent to kill. Yes, that would indeed seem logical. If the assailant were unaware, how would he or she have been known to lace the end of the gas pipe with poison?
So now we must ask, how could anyone have known of Mr. Shamspeare's murderous designs? You mean to suggest?
Naturally, the sole possible answer to that question couldn't be more obvious. Only the man whose life was being threatened could have possibly known.
What?
In other words, the person who put the poison on the gas pipe, in what was clearly a retaliatory attack, can only have been the accused, Mr. Suseki Natsume.
Oh shit.
Whatever Mr. William Shamspeare may or may not have been tried to do, he was nevertheless the victim of a potentially lethal poison attack. And the only person who could have possibly perpetrated the attack is the accused, Mr. Natsume. The defense counsel's theorizing has failed to avert suspicion from the accused. Far from it. In fact, now that a clear motive for the poisoning has been successfully established, that suspicion is greater than ever. Would you not agree, my Nipponese friend?
Ah! Oh shit, they're talking. They're talking up a storm there. How do you manage to turn that around me so rapidly? Man, it's like that time when fucking George Costanza went to Ohio to fucking make a comeback line, and the guy he tried to make a comeback on just made an even better comeback. He reversed it on him. I recently got reminded of that fucking clip last night, dude. The frickin' jerk store called. They're running out of you. Mr. Naruhodo, you must respond. Otherwise the members of the jury may very well change their leanings against us again. And this may be our last chance to gain the advantage. Yeah, you gotta have the high ground, man. You gotta be Obi-Wan. What advantage? Well, it would seem that somebody put poison on the gas pipe in Mr. Shamspeare's room. So you must name that person now, and absolve Mr. Natsume of guilt. You mean the name of the true culprit?
I know it might sound impossible, but if we fail to do that,
Oh, oops.
I have no doubt that Mr. Natsume's fate will be sealed once and for all.
As it happens, one possible culprit does come to mind. The evidence, the poison, it's all pointing to a particular person now.
The prosecution calls for the jury to consider their leanings again. I trust you'll make the correct choice this time, Mr. Foreman. What? Oh, don't you worry. We all know exactly...
There's one other person who I believe could have been involved in all of this.
Who?
The true culprit of this crime.
True culprit? A term found only in second-rate novels featuring third-rate detectives, my Nepalese friend. But why not? This farce has gone on for so long already, I see no reason to cut it short before its disappointing climax.
Thank you.
Tell us, my learned friend, what is your latest theory? Who is the so-called true culprit of this crime?
Shit, who could it be?
It's Meterman!
I don't fucking know. Man, they're really pulling a frickin' Danganronpa on me, expecting to know who the culprit is. But I don't fucking know right now. Maybe I'm just stupid, I don't know. It was Meterman, I'm calling it.
Take that!
You claim this person's the true culprit?
Highly suspicious, I would say, yes.
Perhaps, my Nepalese friend, you should turn those wide eyes of suspicion on yourself.
Fuck. I messed it up. I got the wrong answer. Damn it. Well. Okay, hear me out, right? I also had my suspicions about, her. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna try it.
Take that!
Oh, okay. I guess I'm wrong. Who the fuck is it then? Is it not Shamspeare?
Take that!
Well, if it's not Shamspeare, then who the fuck is it? I don't know. I can only present people. I can't present evidence, right? It's Van Zeeks. Who the fuck is it then? Is it Soseki Natsume? That can't be right. Is it Gregson? Bro. Who the fuck is it? Obviously, it can't be Van Zeeks. Is it Duncan Ross? That sounds stupid. Is it Mr. Garadeb?
Take that!
It's not fucking Mr. Garadeb, dude. Well, since I'm stupid, I'm just gonna present everybody. I mean, maybe it makes me look really stupid, but I don't know. Is it Natsume?
Take that!
No, it's not Natsume. Okay, bro, I don't fucking know. Am I stupid? Is it Gregson? It's not fucking Gregson, would it?
Take that!
No. Bro, why am I so dumb? It's probably, like, I'm gonna watch some other people play this, and they're gonna be like, oh, yeah, duh, of course, it's this person.
Gonna hit ya!
Gonna hit ya? Oh, hell yeah, 2 raiders getting to watch me be stupid.
Take that!
Yep, just watch me present literally everybody and get it wrong. I know it was Van Zeeks all along. Is it olive green? I don't know.
Take that!
Wait, what the fuck? It's olive green? Why? The name of the person responsible for the poison that afflicted Mr. Shamspeare is, I believe, Miss Olive Green. Oh, she was trying to poison Mr. Shamspeare because... Oh, okay, I am stupid. For some reason, I was thinking, like, who poisoned Mr. Natsume, not Mr. Shamspeare. Okay, well, yeah, I'm dumb then. So, she was trying to get back at... Mr. Shamspeare because he's responsible for her boyfriend dying. Or whatever, right? That makes more sense. Okay, I'm dumb. I had my head in the wrong place.
Miss Olive Green? Miss Olive Green. I do feel as though I've heard the name in the recent past, Council, but I don't recall where. Miss Olive Green, the woman from 6 days ago.
Yep.
The victim in the recent case of the stabbing on Briar Road.
Oh, okay, thanks for the follower, too. Appreciate it.
An incident from which Mr. Natsume was arrested, I hasten to add. Oh, of course, yes, Miss Green. She was left comatose for 3 days, I believe, but I hear she regained consciousness 2 days ago. And I hardly need to remind the court that Mr. Shamspeare's poisoning took place 3 days ago. Given that the woman was lying comatose in a hospital bed at the time, she appears to have a rather fine alibi.
True. On the night that the incident occurred, Miss Green was in a hospital unconscious. So, on the face of it, it would seem that she couldn't possibly be responsible, but still... Oh, fuck! I just remembered something. She had that bottle of poison. Was she trying to poison Mr. Shamspeare at the hospital? Dude. Oh, wait. That makes so much fucking sense now. My colleagues and I visited Miss Green in hospital yesterday, and we found her to be in possession of a bottle of poison. Yeah, that's it.
Good gracious, she had poisoned.
And there's another fact that links Miss Green to this case as well. The defense requests that she be brought to the witness stand in order to explain the details to the court.
Tell me, Mr. Shamspeare.
My lord, pray, what be thy bidding?
Are you acquainted with Miss Green?
No, never heard of her. So that was a fucking lie. Hang on, where is that?
So that was a fucking lie.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie right there. Judging by the look on Mr. Shamspeare's face, I think perhaps he genuinely doesn't know her. At least, not by name. Oh, yeah, but they met at the hospital is what I'm saying.
As the voice of Her Majesty's prosecution here, I adhere to my word. We will now see my Nipponese friend's farce through to conclusion.
I appreciate that.
The prosecution requests a short recess, my lord, in order to subpoena the witness and bring her here. Yes, Miss Olive Green. Indeed, my lord. 1 hour should be sufficient. Very well, I grant the request.
Excellent. I hope.
The defense has a most extraordinary accusation, I must say. But at the present time, I feel the prosecution's argument remains largely uncontested. Accordingly, I'm afraid the defendant and his culpability remain the sole subject of this court's attention. Thank you, counsels. We'll reconvene in 1 hour. Court is adjourned.
Alright. Bit of a shorter trial segment. I think I'm gonna at least get to the next, one, and then I'll probably save and call it a day. Yeah, I could end the episode here, but I kind of want to do, the little, lodging before I, save and quit. So, 23rd of February, the Old Bailey, defendant, antechamber. Joyful, jubilant jumping jacks! Oh, Mr. Natsume, I'm so pleased for you. Locums to Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, and non-locum judicial assistant Mr. Mikotoba Esquires. Now, finally, at long last, there can be proof. Proof that I'm innocent, and proof that my tea is innocent.
Ah, good morning, my dear fellows.
Wow, you were an hour and a half late. Oh, Herlock Sholmes. May you drink my tepid tea and fall forever silent. I thought the tea was innocent.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you came. How wonderful.
Please, save your derision. I know what you're thinking. Good morning, he says, when it's very nearly time for luncheon. It's gonna be an unforgettable luncheon. There your scorn is written clearly across your faces.
Nobody said or thought any of the sort.
The truth is, I was determined that today would be the day, and sleep seduced me last night, I thought. Tomorrow, for once, I shall not oversleep. I'll rise early and be present in court today to supply my companions. Such spirited determination has a beauty all of its own, does it not?
Oh, yes.
And then I began to muse on the subject. Why do people oversleep, I queried. Why, time after time, do they make some foolish blunder?
I mean, quite funny he mentions that, considering I woke up at like 6:30 this morning. So freaking early, but man, it's so nice to be up early, man. Waking up at like 6 a.m. is like so joyous.
And the answer came to me at once. It's so delightfully simple. People oversleep because they sleep. Well, is that not an astute insight onto the matter?
Oh, yes.
Upon which realization, I attempted an experiment. I didn't sleep a wink all night. And the results? By first light, I was exhausted and began to be assailed by fit of drowsiness.
Shocking.
And so, the conclusion of last night's experiment is this. A good night's sleep is quite simply essential.
Yes, I think most of us probably knew that already. But you knew that already.
What others presuppose, I prove by experimentation. That, my dear fellow, is the scientific method. Ah, yes, and one more thing. Do you remember this?
Ah.
Yes, of course. It's the poison that Miss Green was about to drink at the hospital yesterday. Oh, you didn't manage to...
It was a laborious task. The bottle was nearly empty, but such inconvenience do not hinder Sholmes. I managed to confirm that it contained strychnine. Oh, shit.
So I was right.
Perhaps, though, of course, such circumstantial evidence doesn't prove Miss Green's guilt. I shall leave the bottle in your care now, but licking the inside of the neck's not recommended.
Okay, we have the strychnine bottle now. That's big evidence. Ah, can I have a word? Who's speaking? Oh, it's Luigi.
Gregson, how good of you to come.
Forget it. Excuse me. Oh, he just slid off screen? Wait a minute, Inspector. He just fucking slides? That's funny.
I don't wish to make a nuisance of myself.
From the look on your face, I'd say it's someone else who's thinking of making a nuisance of himself.
My dear Inspector, please, speak freely. Pretend that I'm not here. Believe me, if I could do that, life would be a whole lot simpler for me.
Do you have any results, Inspector, of the investigation of Mr. Shamspier's room?
Not yet. Shouldn't be long now, though. No, I'm here about something else. That dead convict, actually.
Oh, you mean the man from this newspaper article we discovered yesterday in Mr. Shamspier's room? I knew this was going to come up at some point.
A man by the name of, yes, Selden.
Hey, I mean, at least his name's not Selden Cooper.
I went through the archives at the yard and dug out that fellow's file. There's something in there that, well, it caught my eye.
Something caught your eye? What, Inspector, what?
I've copied out the relevant parts for you, so you can read it for yourselves.
Thank you.
Okay, we gotta read that shit.
These documents include the details that were in the newspaper cutting we found in Mr. Shamspier's room. I've rearranged everything in the courtroom so we don't have to duplicate information.
Oh, good. I was about to read the court record, actually, but I guess Susato's gonna make it a lot easier for us. Why are you giving us a copy of this important file, though?
Well, you're the ones who turned up the clue in the first place, aren't you? I'm just making sure things get handled in the proper fashion.
Oh, Scotland Yard's workings are so wonderful.
Indeed, my dear fellows, and the inspector here is a shining diamond in its crown.
Shining diamond in the rough, maybe.
Look, I just don't want to be beholden to a lawyer, that's all. Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court proceedings are about to resume. Make your way to the courtroom at once. Well, I shall leave you then. Those violins are strumming, and I better tut-tut. I'll be listening with interest from the public gallery, not nodding off at all. Certainly not.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm rather tired of seeing Mr. Mustache full of tears, personally, so best of luck to you. Welcome to Mr. Arho Esquire.
Yes, Mr. Natsume.
It's time, isn't it?
Yes, this is it. Miss Olive Green and Mr. William Shamspeare. This is going to be the final battle.
Alright, let's go.
I won't really have saved Saseki-san until I've exposed the whole truth of everything that's been going on. But it's all coming to a head now. You can do it, Ryunosuke. You have to.
Alright, here we go. 23rd February, 12:30 p.m., the Old Bailey courtroom. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again now.
Alright, and before I end the episode, there are a few things I want to do. I want to examine the bottle of poison. So this is the poison we've been hearing so much about, strychnine. There are a few remnants of the bottle on the bottom of the bottle here, look. You must be tempted to try it. Of course not, as long as we don't lose this trial. No, even if we lose the trial. No, we mustn't lose the trial in the first place, Mr. Naruhodo. Make your mind up, Suzuto-san.
Well, can I look inside the bottle? Oh, there's just jack shit for me to examine, I guess. Okay. What about the capital offenders file? Let's see, 18 counts of burglary, 6 counts of suspected murder, died of natural causes whilst in prison, his final moments only witnessed by his cellmate, the estimated £1,000 worth of loot he stole remains unrecovered. Let's see. Manchester Strangeways Prison announced the death of the convicted murderer and burglar Selden by natural causes in the early hours of the morning. He'd been suffering with fever since the end of October, alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate. Medical staff arrived to find him already dead before his capital punishment could be carried out. Huh. You know, I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe Selden and Shamspeare are the same person. Just a hunch. But I guess we'll have to confirm if that's true in the next episode. And yep, I'm overwriting all my other frickin' save files. I mean, does it really matter? Does it really matter that much? I mean, okay, well, as long as I don't overwrite this save file, it should be like one of these files. I guess, to be fair, I already overwrote my ending for part 1, didn't I? Eh, it doesn't really fucking matter. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for Great Ace Attorney 2 today. So, make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, as always. And I will see you guys in the next episode, where I'm assuming we're gonna finish the trial? Yeah, I was expecting the trial to be 2 parts long, but hey, it's gotta have a climactic finisher, you know what I mean? Alright, well, I don't know when I'll get back to this game, but I'm down to play it whenever. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode, so take care.